So now we're ready to build our development cost schedule. So going forward, we know that there was a land acquisition that we did on the very first year, that is the transaction closing date. That was a land acquisition that took place. So we have to bring that number from the deals of section. So we will make it dynamic by using some if statement. So we go if, we go to the deal summary section. We see if this current period we are in is equal to the transaction date in the deal summary section. Then we want it to give us this $14 million for land acquisition. Otherwise, we want it to give us 0. Close the bracket and we press enter. And then for pre-construction spending, we know that prior to the date at which construction starts, there will be a pre-construction spending of $100,000. So this is before the construction start date. So we want to draw that number here. So we will say that if we go to the deal summary section, we see if the date that we are in is less than, we go to the deal summary section, it's less than the construction start date, which we'll reference here with F4, then what we want to do is we want this $100,000. Otherwise, 0. Close the bracket and we press enter. So we can take all of this, copy it all the way to the end of our projected cash flows. So as you can see, I'm referencing another cell here. So instead of referencing the construction start date, I'm referencing the construction end date. So I have to fix that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. So if the current date we're in is less than the date at which construction starts, then we want to draw that amount. Then we want to draw $100,000. Otherwise, 0. Close the bracket, we press enter. Copy this. As you can see, before construction starts, we're drawing this amount of money for any expenses that will be incurred prior to construction start. So we can now sum all of those, which we will in turn use to drive the construction spending. Take that. So as you can see, we have it set up there. So the next thing we will do is to build up the construction spending, and we will be using nested if statements here. So basically it's gonna be equal to say if in brackets the date that we are in is greater than or equal to the construction start date, because we know that between the construction start and construction end date we have 15 months to go. So we say that if the date we are in is greater than or equals to the date at which construction starts, and if the date that we are in is less than the date at which construction ends, then what we want to do is we want the total development cost, reference that cell. So we're subtracting the pre-construction spending to the total development cost, and we divide it by the total number of months. So we take that number and we deduct it from the pre-construction spending, which is $600,000. Then we divide it by the total number of months. In this case, between the construction start and construction end date is 15 months. So we reference that, divided by the total number of months. Otherwise, 0, we close the bracket. And if the other statement is not true, since it's a binary choice, we also say otherwise 0, close the bracket, and then we press enter, just like that. So that being said and done, we can now take this all the way to the end of our projected cash flow, and we paste it there. So as you can see, from the date at which construction starts till the date at which construction ends, we're gonna be spending approximately $961,000 every month. So to sum the total development cost, it's gonna be, we use the all equals here, sum the number, we take all of this, we fill it, we paste it to the rest of the cash flows. Control V. So having the total development cost done, the next thing we'll be doing in the next video is to determine the cumulative spend and the cumulative development spend post-financing. And then we'll also account for the cost to fund and the process to pay back capital. So this is